Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda with Ignition Time. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. These are unusual times that we live in. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the Republicans who are voting to impeach Trump in the House of Representatives. At the time I'm recording this video, the number of Republicans that are voting to impeach Trump in the House of Representatives is 9. Now, this number might grow by the time you watch this, because more and more Republicans are essentially saying openly that they will vote to impeach Trump. We'll know the final tally when the actual vote count is finalized. But here are the Republicans in the House of Representatives, congressmen and congresswomen, who are voting to impeach Trump. These Republicans are Liz Cheney from Wyoming. Keep in mind, this is the most powerful Republican congresswoman in the House of Representatives, and she is facing backlash from within her own party. Jaime Herrera Butler from Washington. So the Representative Jaime Herrera Butler from Washington. John Cadco from New York. Adam Kinzinger from Illinois. Fred Upton from Michigan. Dan Newhouse from Washington. Peter Meeher from Michigan. Anthony Gonzalez from Ohio. And this was a big surprise because this is a GOP team player, Grand Old Party GOP. Tom Rice from South Carolina. These are the 9 so far who are voting to impeach Donald Trump in the House of Representatives. Pretty incredible. Let's jump into some of the specific quotes from these individuals. Let's take a look at Congressman John Cadco from New York. He was the first Republican to publicly denounce the what has happened in the Capitol and to back the impeachment for Donald Trump. And this is what Cadco said in a statement. It cannot be ignored that President Trump encouraged his insurrection both on social media ahead of January 6th and in his speech that day by deliberately promoting baseless theories suggesting the election was somehow stolen. The president created a combustible environment of misinformation, disenfranchisement, and division. When this manifested in violent acts on January 6th, he refused to promptly and forcefully call it off, putting countless lives in danger. Not holding the president accountable for his actions would be a direct threat to the future of our democracy, according to Cadco. Pretty strong comments. Let's take a look at comments from Congresswoman Liz Cheney from Wyoming, the number 3 House Republican, the most powerful Congresswoman in the House of Representatives. And she said the president's role in an insurrection that caused death and destruction in the most sacred space in our republic. Here's what she said. The President of the United States summoned this mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack. She said in a statement, everything that followed was his doing. None of this would have happened without the President. The President could have immediately and forcefully intervened to stop the violence. He did not. There has never been a greater betrayal by a President of the United States of his office and his oath to the Constitution. Pretty strong comments. Representative Adam Kinzinger from Illinois. And he said that Trump encouraged an angry mob to storm the United States Capitol to stop the counting of electoral votes. He said, there is no doubt in my mind that the President of the United States broke his oath of office and incited this insurrection. And he said that if the President's actions are not worthy of impeachment, then what is an impeachable offense? Fred Upton, Congressman Fred Upton from Michigan, issued a statement that he would vote to impeach after President Trump expressed no regrets for what happened at the Capitol. I would have preferred a bipartisan formal censure rather than a drawn-out impeachment process, Mr. Upton said. I fear this will now interfere with important legislative business and a new Biden administration, but it is time to say enough is enough. Incredible. Congresswoman Jaime Herrera Butler, she's from the Washington state, and she said she would vote to impeach because she believed that the president had acted in violation of his oath of office. She said, I understand the argument that the best course is not to further inflame the country or alienate Republican voters. But I am a Republican voter and I believe in our Constitution, individual liberty, free markets, charity, life, justice, peace, and this exceptional country. I see my own party will be best served when those among us choose truth. Congressman Dan Newhouse, he's a 6th Republican from Washington state, and he said that others, including myself, are responsible for not speaking out sooner before the president misinformed and inflamed a violent mob. He said there is no excuse for President Trump's actions. The president took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Last week, there was a domestic threat at the door of the Capitol, and he did nothing to stop it. That is why, with a heavy heart and clear resolve, I will vote yes on these articles of impeachment. Pretty incredible. Let's take a look at comments from Peter Meeher, who said that he will vote to impeach Donald Trump. And you see the quote on your screen from Peter Meeher. President Trump betrayed his oath of office by seeking to undermine our constitutional process, and he bears responsibility for inciting the insurrection we suffered last week. With a heavy heart, I will vote to impeach Donald Trump. Here's a statement from Congressman Anthony Gonzalez. Anthony Gonzalez said the President of the United States helped organize and incite a mob that attacked the United States Congress in an attempt to prevent us from completing our solemn duties as prescribed by the Constitution. In doing so, 5 people have died, including a Capitol Police officer. Many more have been injured, and our democracy has been shaken. The Vice President and both chambers of Congress had their lives put in grave danger as a result of the President's actions in the events leading up to and on January 6th. During the attack itself, the President abandoned his post while many members asked for help, thus further endangering all present. These are fundamental threats not just to people's lives, but to the very foundation of our republic. When I consider the full scope of events leading up to January 6th, including the President's lack of response to the United States Capitol as the United States Capitol was under attack, I am compelled to support impeachment. And as I was recording this video, the 10th Republican Congressman David Valadao, who's a Republican from California. Keep in mind that Congressman Valadao had not reported his intention to support the impeachment of Donald Trump beforehand. He cast a yes vote, so he became the 10th Republican to cast a yes vote, and I can now confirm that the House of Representatives has impeached the President of the United States. This is the first president to be impeached twice by the House of Representatives. Because as I'm recording this, the House of Representatives has passed the threshold needed to impeach Trump. So Trump has now been impeached in the House of Representatives, and you got all the information here. I hope you learned something new. Please click like below if you learned something new. Please also subscribe and enable notifications. In this video, I covered the 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump in the House of Representatives today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. Thank you for giving me your time in these unbelievable times we live in. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Right here is some information about me. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. I want to help you live the American dream as soon as we get through this American nightmare. We live in incredible times, and that's why this channel, the Ignition Time channel, was created to try and help you make sense of what's going on in the world around us. Because I believe that once you understand what's happening in the country, you'll be able to better understand what's happening in the economy, and by extension, you'll be able to better handle your money. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. We release videos every day, and I encourage you to click like, to click subscribe, to enable notifications, because then you'll be able to get notified by YouTube whenever we release a video. If you learn something new, please gently hit the subscribe button and enable notifications so you get alerts from us as we release videos going forward. Now, sometimes YouTube does not release these alerts as soon as we release the videos. So the best way around that is simply to bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. Make sure you do that. This way you can visit the homepage of our channel and you'll never miss a single video. I think that you'll find that extremely valuable. So please do that. I would really appreciate you doing that. Also, please share this video with just 2 friends or family members. That's just 2 friends or family members. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. And also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Our Twitter community is growing very rapidly. One of the advantages of Twitter is you'll know in real time what I'm reading. You'll know in real time what I'm thinking because I retweet in real time. It's a way for us to almost get through the news together. So definitely follow me on Twitter. Once again, my Twitter handle is ignition_time. In fact, let's show you my Twitter feed right here. And as I'm recording this, I'm getting alerts of our Twitter followers growing and our Twitter community growing. So you'll see my Twitter feed right here as we scroll through the Twitter feed, and you'll start to see everything I'm reading, everything I'm retweeting in real time, because these are unusual times that we live in. So definitely follow me on Twitter. As always, you'll get a link to all of our resources in the description section below. So definitely check out the description section below. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is designed to help you make sense of this world and help us get through this together. We have gone through a range of emotions together. I've covered stimulus news where I'm hoping that it's raining money. Well, it's not raining money right now. Look at that, raining money. I want to cover news where we have a successful start to the year. I mean, when the new year came along, it was like we were in party mode. There was confetti everywhere, and we were celebrating that finally 2020 is behind us. But now sometimes I feel I'm looking forward to 2022. When the new year came along, I was dancing. And I was actually breakdancing too. Let me show you my breakdancing skills, because I can do I can do what I think is a decent breakdance. Watch this, okay? Watch this. I'm going to pull an imaginary rope. It was very hard to pull that imaginary rope. I'm actually out of breath right now. So I'm going to try and bring a smile to your face in this unbelievable news climate that we live in. You have seen my breakdance. In case you want to see it one more time, check this out. I can actually do the moonwalk as well. I'll do the moonwalk for you guys in the next video. But seriously, I want to help us make sense of this crazy day and age that we live in. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.